Steven. Can we just get a squad update and also just ask about the performance of Calvin Bassey last night? Obviously, a big ask for him to come into a game of that magnitude. Just wonder what you thought of his performance.
I thought he was outstanding. Someone who has very little experience to come into a game as big as that at that level and to perform like he did. We're really proud of his performance. Fantastic kid, a kid who wants to learn, who wants to grow and evolve. And I think with time, we're really confident we can help polish him up and get him to become even better than he is. But he's got real interesting attributes right now. And I think he's shown them last night, which was fantastic to see. So, he's in a good place and he's ready. He's ready. I think that's the key thing. Calvin, every time he's been called upon since he's walked in, he's been ready and he's produced. So he's in a good place. In terms of the squad, where it's at, we've got a couple of kicks, bumps and bruises that we're dealing with this morning. We should be fine in terms of getting through with them kicks. I think there's 3 or 4 with kicks, but we're not too concerned about them. The only concern at the moment would be Barisic. I'd say is a doubt where we are right now. We're going to image him just to be as a precaution this afternoon. It's not a big problem. There's still a chance he could pull through, but we'll check it out in more detail this afternoon.
David Edgar, please.
Stephen, one of the most impressive things about last night was, yet again, no shots on target conceded by the team. The whole defensive structure from the front players to the back was tremendous. Is that something that you work on from the strikers really starting the press and it going all the way back to the back four?
I think everyone's involved, that's for sure. It doesn't matter what position you play or when you come into the game. It's a responsibility for everyone in the squad that we have to protect our goal. We have to defend our box and protect our area at all times. We do put a lot of work into our defensive side of the game and being out of possession. The players know very clearly, we always speak with clarity of what we want and what we expect in terms of positions and distances and putting your body on the line for the team. So we've been really impressive from a defensive point of view from our first pre-season game, if you like. But we've got to make sure we maintain that and continue till the end of the season because the challenges are not going to go away. Teams are going to come with quality players, with good attacking players that are going to try and score against us. So every single person's got to try and remain in this place they're in.
Andrew McLean, please.
Hi, Stephen. Off the back of his goal last night, we've probably not seen the best of Kemar yet because of injury, but just how much do you feel he can add to your side when he is fully up to speed?
Well, look, we've gone for him for a reason because we really believe in him. We trust in him that when he's at his best, he can contribute heavily to this team. That's in terms of scoring goals, creating goals, but also his work ethic out of possession, what he can give to the team when he's leading the line. He's also more of a hybrid forward, so he can play with a 9 as well, which is really helpful. With having players like Jermaine Defoe and Alfredo and Cedric in the door. The good thing about Cedric and Kemar is that he can play with a number 9 as well. So it's really interesting. We need to get Kemar up to speed. I don't think yet we've had him at 100%. He got really close to that before he got his latest injury. And then he obviously missed a month, which was frustrating for everyone. So we need to... I think everyone's expecting me to all of a sudden just plunge him in every single game now because of the goal last night. That won't be the case. We'll treat him with care and we'll get him up to speed at the right time. And when he's ready, he'll come back into the team.
Ronnie, go ahead, please.
Stephen, just on that goal, I think over 2.5 million people have already watched it on social media and whatnot. I mean, I know tonight, but again, just how good a goal was it?
Listen, it was I'll say it was a world-class moment. I think it was a moment of genius. And I think the most impressive thing about that goal is, look, I've seen the goal many, many times in terms of the execution. I've seen Suarez do it. I've seen Rooney do it a couple of times. I've seen Xabi Alonso do it a couple of times. And there's been many more throughout the leagues around the world. But if you go back from the strike and the execution, it's where he's collected the ball. It's him holding 2 real strong challenges off. Then he goes past the third defender, if you like, and then to have the vision, the audacity, and then execute it. For me, it's probably the best that I've seen live. I'm trying to think of a better goal, and I can't think of one, and I've had time to think of one. So listen, he deserves everything. He's going to see that many times during his career. I'm sure he will. I don't think he'll ever beat that. If he does, I'm looking forward to seeing it, and I hope it's for me. So yeah, we're really happy and pleased for him. He got a 20-minute cameo, which is more important, if you like, in terms of where he's at. He's closer to where we want him, and we're looking to try and get him some more minutes at the weekend now, but we'll see how that goes.
Craig Vickers, please.
Hi, Stephen. Just looking ahead to Sunday, obviously, how focused do your players need to be, not only off the back of, obviously, a European result like last night, but considering the goalless draw at Livingston in August?
Listen, we have to switch our attention to Livingston straight away. The players were entitled to enjoy the victory last night on the plane. Obviously, the moods, they're in a real good place and a positive place, but we're obviously in this morning now to start the recovery and also to train the lads that never got many minutes or were outside the players that played. So the preparation begins this morning for Livingston. We know what to expect. We know they're going to be an organised team, difficult to play. We're going to come game, and they're going to try and hit us at the right time. So for me, the challenge is to get the players in the same zone from a mental and an attitude point of view before the kick-off, and then hopefully we can find another positive performance to build on a strong week.
Luke Shanley, please.
Just on that then, Stephen, when you consider where you were this time last year, which you were up there at the top of the league and doing well in Europe, do you feel now that the players are in a better place physically and mentally in dealing with that and in terms of kicking on thereafter?
Sorry, I missed the last bit, but I think in terms of where the squad's at, I think the squad's in a better place in terms of personnel, in terms of quality. I think we've had a real positive window. So I'm happy with what we've got with us. Time will tell. I think the challenges are going to come thick and fast. I think the important thing for us is to not get carried away, remain humble, keep the players focused in the right place, in the right zone. And we've got a lot of belief and confidence that we can continue to keep, getting results, but we have to go and prove that. And we have to prove that over a longer period than just the first few months of the season.
And Ali Defoe to finish, please.
Good morning, Stephen. Congratulations on last night, first of all. When you signed Kemar Roofe in the summer transfer, did you have any idea of what he was capable of? Obviously, you've been watching him and you thought it was going to be something special, but last night, something otherworldly.
Yeah, I think we had a real good idea of what we were bringing in. We'd obviously watched them and monitored them for a long time. I watched them at Oxford and Leeds even before I became a coach. So we're certainly aware of the player's ability and his talent. I think it was a real big coup from the club getting him in the door. So we're really pleased to have him in. I think the challenge now is to get him up to speed, because I don't think we've seen him at 100% yet in terms of physically being ready. We've seen moments and flashes of his quality. I think obviously last night people will talk about that goal for a long time, and rightly so. But for me, as the manager of the team, I need Kemar Roofe 100% fit and robust and ready to change games out, because that's when he'll be an even bigger help to the team and he'll contribute more. But we're really happy with him. It's been disappointing not to have him for the last month. So hopefully he can remain fit and healthy and keep producing the goods for the team.